Welcome to our next tutorial. Today here I want to go to the next tutorial on SQLite. SQLite, it's a local database, so that we can see here now. Before that, just I want to create first year project, then we can discuss what is that. So just here I'm creating one new project on the name of SQLite. So just I'm creating this SQLite. So here we can took some fields. We can do all CRUD operations. CRUD operations is nothing but create, read, update, and delete. We'll write one by one all here. See what is that. First here I want to insert the data into database. Means here simply first SQLite is nothing but it's a modified version for low memory devices. In Android it's an inbuilt. It's Android, it's an inbuilt. It's a modified version for low memory. But in Android it's a inbuilt. So we are using this inbuilt, it's a low memory and it's inbuilt directly without anything. Directly we can use here this. Directly we can use with the simple words we can use this. So what we will do is nowadays why this is required. See, there are in our phones lot of applications, simply all social media applications which are having two modes. One is offline, other is the online. What is offline and what is online? See now, just a simple, if in a Facebook or WhatsApp my mobile data is off, I can type one message to some person, so it still wait until your device is connected to internet. Once it is connected to internet, automatically that message will send to this particular person. That is nothing but here I'm sending SMS, I'm sending notification in offline, but it cannot send that time. It can store locally. When it's connect to the online, immediately it can be delivered to the person. So that is here this. So for that, how we can do the operation, that we can see here now. See, just I created one project on the name of SQLite. Just here I want UI is already ready with me. Just I want to copy paste the UI. Just don't want to waste the time for this UI. Just whatever I am doing here, name, surname, marks, ID, and I want to add that data. Also I want to update that data. I want to view that data. I want to read that data. So this I want to do here now, 4 operations. See here one by one how it goes. We can see here now. See, first here simple words. What I'm doing here is now, for this data binding is not there. First I want to enable the data binding now. First, simple way I'm enabling here data binding. So I enable here data binding. So once this data binding as enabled here, now you can go here now. Then here in a Gradle level I'm enabling here data binding. So that is data binding dot enabled equal to true. Just I'm enabling data binding equal to true. And click on sync now. It's a sync now here. Then I can able to have here access of the data binding. So here now we need to declare the binding. So I'm declaring now binding, that is main binding, something binding. Then here binding equal to, so that is data binding util dot set content view. Then here now main activity dot this, just I'm putting like this. Then here now first I'll write the listeners for all buttons, then we can go with this next step. See, first is the button add. So for the button add, just I am applying the set on click listeners. Means once I click on this, I need to store the data. that operation we can do, but here just first writing this all listeners. Then once I'm adding this, I can delete the data, I can update the data. So add, delete, then here again after this what I'm doing here is update, and after here that I'm doing here is view all. So I'm writing this all functionalities here one by one here. See here button view all. Okay, now all are ready. When you click on that, particular action can perform. But now what I am doing here is, if you want to access this local database access to your application, here it's required some special code. For that means all database queries we need to write here. So if you want to write this database queries, here we required some special separate class for that. So first I am creating that separate class, that is our own class. So here I am creating this class name as database helper. This is my defined, it's a user defined, it's not predefined. Just I am declaring here it database helper something. Then here this, here I am applying this database filter for that. Here I am adding that class declaration with our context. So here I am declaring here this database helper equal to new database helper. Sorry, here already we defined database helper, so that I am declaring the database helper with our context. Here just I am adding the context. Here I am adding the context. I added the context. Here then I am creating, by clicking the alt enter, here I am creating one class. See here, class is created. Now here the first step is to here make this as a public, and once this public, here this you can extend as SQL Open Helper. This is the already predefined library is there. We can write the all queries from here. So can extend SQL Open Helper. Then here is an SQL Open Helper. Now we can implement the methods. So one is onCreate, other one is upgrade. After this, here now we have create constructor. We created one constructor as well. Okay, now constructor to bridge between that class and this class. Now what I'll do is, now I'm creating here, see, I have to insert here 4 values. What are the 4 values here? Name, surname, marks and ID. So if you want to create those all here, first I need here in this, first I need a database, I need a table name, then I need columns. So first what I'm doing here is, I'm taking this public static. Why I'm taking this public static means this class I can access in a entire application. So because of that I'm taking this public static final. So string. So first one is here, I'm taking that as the database name equal to something, like I want to store some student data. So what I'm doing here is, so that name I'm giving you as student DB. My DB name as student student.db. This is like this. Then same way here I want to create next table name, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, because we have the 4. So this I'm changing as now table name. So table name. So if it is in a table name, so for the table name just I'm giving you this as student underscore table, just I'm giving you as like this. And after this is first here I'm giving you as column 1, column 1 is for this is id, so I'm giving here id. This next one is the column 2, so column 2, this one is column 3, because total we have 4 columns, so that each column what is that we are defining here. This see column 3, the next is this is the column 4, so I defined all this. Now each column the respective what is that, see first one is this, in this it's a id is completed, then it's a name, after this name here it's a what we defined there, surname, then after this here now I'm defining this as the marks, like this I'm defining this. So now once it is created here, now in a constructor we need to change something here. In a constructor, first here name is nothing but it's a database name, we can give this database name here. Then always here cursor factory is null, so you can give this is the null, always is null. This is the version 1, because in this project we are doing first time this is so null. When you are updating second time, that it be changed as a value, now it should be null. Now here I want to create the db, so here I'm creating this db based on this SQLite here. So now what I will do is db dot execute SQL. So here now I'm executing SQL query. What is that execute SQL query? So here first query is nothing but here I'm creating a table. So just I'm writing this create table. I'm creating create table. So single space, then space. Now here table name. Already we have this table name. So that table name I'm using here now, table name. Then plus in this table what we are creating, now that we can define here in this table what I am creating here is, see in this table I am creating now, that is here what I am creating here now id, that is here I want to create that as an integer, because id should be the integer. Also I want to use this as a auto increment. So because of that I'm giving that as a primary, because it's a primary key auto increment. It's a auto increment primary key, also it's an auto increment. So this I'm giving for this primary key as well as it's a auto increment. Then I'm giving here comma, because after this it have some more fields. So those fields are like here name, we are defining the name, that name is here, name we are defining the name, that name is here in the form of text, comma, after the name here we have other fields like that is a surname. So surname is also in the form of text. Then after that marks I am using as an integer format. So you can write complete integer format. This is we are writing this like this. So this is auto increment, this is we are expecting this. So here it's a one place size missed, so like this you can write this. So create a table. Now create table as created. Then the second option here you can update the table. So sometimes here we may upgrade the table. If you want to upgrade the table also, it's a simple words db dot means here this declaration dot db dot execute SQL. Here we'll write this simple query drop table if exist. So just we are writing that drop the table if exist. So drop the table if exist. Then what is that? Plus table name. The table name, if it is a table has existed, then it can be removed and it can be added as a new table. And after that what I am doing here is simply I am calling this here above on create, so that it can be, means it's not required always, but whenever it's a table upgradation has happened, that time only it's required. So now table creation is completed. Then once this table is ready, now I want to do all CRUD operations. First I want to insert into the data into this. So how can I insert this? So first I am writing this insertion, this I am writing one method. It's also user defined. I am creating public boolean, means it can give true or false, insert the data or not it will give. So I am writing this insert data. Here what I am inserting here data. First one is string name, second one is string surname, second one is also string, that is surname, third one is third one. So total we are inserting 4 values, but here as a user side we are accepting only the 3 values, one more other value which is auto increment, that no need to specify here. So this is marks in this. Now I am inserting these values. But when you want to insert this data here, we need a SQLite database. That database could be here writable mode. So we can get here get writable mode because I am writing the data. But when we want to insert this data here, content values are required. Based on the content values only we can insert the data here. So just I am declaring that content values equal to new content values. So this you can declare. Now you can add one by one content values into this. So here like this, content values dot put key comma values. Key should be here columns. So directly we are inserting the data into column 2 because column 1 is auto increment. So here it should come as a name. So this above this name what we are defining, this name should become like this. Here total we need 2 more. So column 3 and column 4. After this here column 4, column 3 and column 4, but column 4 is the marks. So column 4 is the marks and column 3 is the surname. So now this I am defining. Now I am writing the query to insert this data into DB. So here what is that? Here SQLite database dot insert. I am writing this insert. What I am inserting here, the table name. In this table name what I want to insert here, second one is the column hook. Column hook is always in a null. Then last it is simple, that is content values. This is insertion query. Now it is inserted this. So if it is give here, if insert it will give, but here we need to capture this one, insertion is happened or not. So because of that just I am taking this long res. So here what I'll do here is, now I can take here if res equal to -1 means I can get here this, it's a false, means data is not inserted. Means always it should be, once it is insert it will give one extra column, otherwise it should give this. So return true or false. If it is true we can say that its data is inserted. If it is a false we can say that data is not inserted. So this is first one, it's an insertion. Like same insertion I want to write one more method, that is here. See, just I want to copy this entire thing, I want to paste here. So instead of here insertion I'll write as the update. So update data. So here if I am writing this update data, for update data here it's required one more string as well, because I want to update the data based on the ID. So I'm taking here ID also extra here. So string ID also extra here. Just a minute, I think it's we pasted inside of this. See here ID also extra here we are taking this. So here what we will do is, first here also the same process, same this. Here we need one more column for ID. Just I'm taking here one more column, that is here ID column 1, which is here ID. So everything as the same. Then here instead of here insert here, this one change here, instead of this here now I'll write this update. So after this update what I'll do is, second value is here, this is not there, and second value is the content values. After this content values, now I'm writing this update is happened based on the id. So need to write update based on the id equal to, so what is the id we are taking, based on that id only it should happen, then comma new string. So new string, what here, new string with what is the id we are taking, based on that id this update is happened. Here also it's give this, if it is inserted it will give true, otherwise it will give the false. Directly we can write this true or false like this. True it will give this. Then after this I want to delete the data. Simple here, delete the data is also happened with the help of id only, but it's we are taking as id is the integer. So I'm taking this as an integer, delete. Then here it's a string, it's a string only id here. Just I'm taking here string, that is id, based on the id only we are doing. So now directly I'll write this here, SQL database something database. Here also we need writable database. Then after this here directly in a return we can write this, that SQLite database dot delete what we want to delete here from the table, from the table. Same like above how we write this id, so equal to where this id is matches with this new string. So id, where is what is id we are sending, if that id is exist in a table it can delete automatically this is support this. And last in this want to get capture the data. You want to capture the data here, so that we can say as the get data. So here that data here is happen with the cursor based, because data can read here in this cursor by cursor. So database cursor is required, so get all. So get all, just here no return type for this because I want to get all the data. Here it's a readable database is enough, just we are reading the database. So here I'm taking this SQL get readable database. So get readable database. Then here I'm writing simple query, that is cursor res equal to SQLite database dot raw query. So I'm writing the raw query, that is simple. This is select star from, select star from here this table name, then comma here it's a null always. This is done. So this is data queries. These queries should be always fixed for every prefix. You can write any this thing. So it's a done. This is so data query, it's we are getting. So here finally it's a return type could be here, what is the data we are getting, that could be a return type. So now for this here we are writing this. So here just you can change the constructor value. So then here now we can write here this. First I want to add this. So if you want to add this here, how we can add the data here? Simply here based on the boolean we are adding, right? So I'm creating again boolean add equal to, what I will do here is what we are defined above, this one database helper. So database helper dot, see what are the methods it should be there on this. These are the methods it getting this. Here now I'm using insert data. Here now I want to get this data from our this. So first one is the name, that is get text to string. Like here total we need in this 3 values, name, surname and marks. So name, this it's a surname and it's a marks. So these 3 values. Once we get these 3 values, now I can able to check this condition. Means if I no need to write any query here, just I'm writing here now. If it is true or false, just I'm checking this. See if I'm writing the if condition, what we are defining add equal to true, means it's a true means data inserted, otherwise data could not be inserted. See Just I'm writing here toast. So inserted, else I'm writing the same toast, not insert. So just I'm writing else, not inserted, not insert, like this. Simple. This is finished. Like same here again, I want to copy this in update. So update also almost it's a similar, but here what update is expecting here, instead of insert data, it's expecting as a update. So here just I'll write this update. Here also I write this update. Here it has having one more extra column, that is binding dot edit text id dot get text dot toString. Now it's so here same update. So I'll able to check this here. While what I'll write this is updated. Here no, not updated. Just I'll write like this. This is like this. So after this here, now there are two more queries. So we'll add this two more queries also. What are the other two more queries? First, I want to delete the data. If you want to delete the data here, now it's a simple, because it's only with one ID, we can delete the data. So if you want to delete the data here, it's required integer value. So I'm taking here integer. So that integer is nothing but here delete. Integer, that is here delete, del I'll put del. So then here now SQLite helper, what is that, database helper dot delete. So here where we can get this binding dot id dot get text dot toString. So you can take this data, convert into string, then we'll check the condition. So here simply I'll write one condition, if delete del greater than 0, we can say this as the data deleted, else it could not be deleted. Simply if it is this, we can say this deleted, else not deleted. This last condition we are writing here now, that is here, what is that last condition here, view data. So that view data here we'll write in a cursor based. Again here we need to define the cursor here. See here I want to write this cursor. So now I'm defining here cursor. So that cursor is nothing but here something I define. Then a database helper dot get all. So done. Here now if first I need to write first condition, res dot get count, in some cases maybe count should be 0. If it is a count equal to 0, if it is equal to 0, simply I'll show one toast user no records, no records, else we can continue here. If it is not here, we can continue here. So the data could be get in the string buffer. So that is something I'm using buffer equal to new string buffer, because it's hold the data, entire multiple combination of data string buffer can hold. So here I'm writing one while condition, while res dot move next, means here once data is come, it can check data one by one and it can be moved to the next. First data, second data, like this it can hold the data entire this. So that I'm assigning to this buffer. So buffer dot append, here I'm appending the data. First one, this is id. So what is id? So I'm getting that id from here. So what I'll do here is here some space, I'll get this id So that is res dot get string. I want to get the string from the response, that is string position of 0 position. Then I want now, just it's a display purpose, I'm writing this as in a next line. Just I'm writing this as a next line. Then this is like here I have total 4 data, so I need to write here 4. So second one is the name, third one is the surname, fourth one is the marks. Here totally we have 4 difference. Then here now these positions also we need to change 1, 2 and 3. So these 3 positions now data is set it like this, means buffer by buffer the data is available now in this. So finally what I'll write here, this I'm writing one method here to show this data, show message. I'm typing this as a show message. Here first one here I want to put that as a data. So what is the data is there above, that data can be shown. Then here second one is this buffer dot to string, what is the data, it should be there, that here I'm sending this. Then now here what I'll do here is I want to send this, create one method here. See that method has created here in this. So that method has created here. So in this method now I want to type here this. Now I want to type here this. So how can I type here now? So it's a created string. This is data. If you confuse this, I can change as a title, and this I can change as a message. So means whatever that's above that, this I want to show in a small alert dialog. That is here I'm using one alert dialog. This is a predefined alert dialog I'm using, that is builder. Just a simple way I want to show this, that's why I'm using this new alert dialog builder. So here it's a context, I'm using this context dot this. Then here now builder dot set title. Just I want to set the title. So the title is nothing but here whatever the title is there above, that title I'm showing. Then builder dot set message, I want to set the message, set message, whatever the message we have above, that message I want to show here. Then finally I want to write here builder dot show, just it want to show this dialog. So this I am showing this dialog now. See here now I am running this application. You can check this now how this happens here, what are the how this operations is happened. It's a very little bit lengthy, but it's a very important, so you can concentrate more on this. It's a very important for your when you are building an offline and online apps. It's a very important this thing. Just a minute, it's running. Once it's run, we can able to check this output. See, it's inserting. So here this is one way of doing this, means here what we will do when net is not there, what happens here, I can store the data locally in my database. When net is connected, instead of sending from the application, we can send that from our database to that. So even our coming sessions we can concentrate on that to do that also, how we can add the data and how we can send that when you are connecting the net, that we can able to check in our coming tutorials, because that's very important for our next projects, because all of nowadays everyone are using the same these things. See here it's running this application. Yeah, it's installing. Now we can able to see here now. See, it's coming like this. See, now initially I'm pressing this, it's saying this no records. Now here I want to show this Raj, surname JA, marks 45. Now I don't want to insert this because it's auto generated. add data, data inserted. See, now we can see view. Then here I'm adding some more like this, add data inserted, then view C2. Now I want to update the first record. So here you can put this update 1. Instead of this my Raj, I'm putting this XYZ. And here instead of this I want to put 56 updated. Then we all see it updated this. Now I want to delete second record. Simply I can add here second, delete, data deleted. If I view this, like this is happened. Thank you for watching this. Please subscribe to get more updates. Thank you.